Hey everybody, Stephen Morales here. Quick video. If anybody follows Jim Stoppani, you know that he's actually ruptured his quadricep tendon, and kind of condensing some of the information he talks about, because he has so much content. Luckily, he's actually just been pumping out old videos, and I'm assuming videos he's had stored that he hasn't actually promoted yet for a while, so he can keep everybody kind of rolling on the content side. So I wanted to dissect a little bit what's going on with that. I'm going to play some of the audio, not the video, with this, and the first one is actually him just talking about what happened. So we'll go ahead and
at the scene
play that.
of my little freak accident. I was actually jumping from this side of the wall over to this side, but it actually was wet the other day and there was some loose gravel there, so to jump over this, my right foot had slipped on the blocks there. And
so you can't see this. I definitely recommend watching the video, and I'll distill the information. Essentially, there's a gap. He's, I don't know where he's at, but there's a gap, and it's on one side, and it's a decent gap, but he's essentially jumping from one kind of stone wall to like a bench, and not sure quite why he's doing it. He doesn't quite explain that in the video. I don't know if it was just he was going from point A to point B, or he was trying to work out. But anyways, mid-jump, his patella, his kneecap dislocates, which locks his leg at a 90-degree angle. He's thinking kind of, oh shit, I'm going to have to catch my foot on this. He tries to get it to the wall, and as far as my understanding, when he does that, he ruptures his quadricep tendon. Quadricep tendon is kind of holding the quadricep itself down to his femur, and it kind of inserts, and there's a lot of tendons and ligaments around the kneecap, but it's just one of those that's basically holding the quadricep to the bone, okay? Now, he actually goes on in another video too to explain what's going on with surgery and all of that, and I can click in here.
ended. Hey Jim Army, quick update on my injury. I went to my orthopedist yesterday. Yes, it's a complete rupture of the quadriceps.
So he has a complete rupture, meaning, I mean, the quadricep has completely been torn from the bone. It's detached now. And in this video, he actually explains what they're going to do, which is common if you've, I mean, a lot of people, bodybuilders get like pec tears or something like that. And if it's serious enough, essentially what they're going to do is put two holes in his, the muscle and the tendon with the quadricep, and they're essentially going to try and loop it or tie it to the bone to make sure that it holds secure. If he doesn't get it addressed, essentially it holds the muscle will kind of roll up, and then it's like, it looks weird. If you've ever seen somebody that's torn their bicep and hasn't had surgery, instead of it being like a peak here, it like rolls up. It actually goes up higher on the bicep there. It looks quite odd if they don't get it fixed properly. Now with this, I think he's going to explain.
Repair the quadriceps tendon back to the kneecap.
Steps as I recover.
Okay, so the repair of a quadriceps tendon, which you have torn, is to repair the quadriceps tendon back to the kneecap. And the way we do it is we put sutures into the quadriceps mechanism and then drill some holes in the kneecap. And then we pass those sutures through the kneecap and tie them at the...
So they fasten sutures basically to the quadricep so that they can pull it straight and align it like it should be. Drill two holes in the kneecap. They pull basically the stringy part of the sutures. They pull it through the kneecap so that it'll fasten to the kneecap so it holds everything in place. His leg's going to be immobile for a while after this. And I mean, it's going to be quite a strenuous surgery for him. If you've been following too, though, he hasn't used that as an excuse. He's actually working out still. He's doing upper body, keeping the leg immobile right now. He's done a video talking about recovery, how much protein he's going to be getting in, making sure that he's kind of staying low carb and not using it as an excuse to just eat whatever the hell he wants, because he'll gain weight with all of that. Now, I think that's, I mean, spot on, and that's the way it should be. A lot of people use an injury as an excuse to just go off the rails on their diet, stop working out, all of that. And luckily he's going to be, I think, partially more accountable because of just the business that he's in. I mean, he can't especially with as much content as he pumps out, he can't all of a sudden go from looking the way he does, where he's super lean and fit, to looking unhealthy and out of shape because he has an injury. And he knows. I mean, with his having his doctorate in sports science stuff, I think he understands, especially the clinical side of making sure that you're active after an injury like this. Now, I do want to comment real quick. I do the natural movement stuff, MoveNat, parkour, all that other stuff. There's no video of him jumping. I don't see that. If you look at how parkour athletes and MoveNat athletes, or anybody follows like Ido Portal, anybody in the natural movement realm, when you start jumping and stuff like that, the mechanism changes. This is why I don't like people, when they jump up onto a box, landing on their heels and hitting their legs super, super hard on that surface. I mean, parkour athletes jump a very specific way. Same with MoveNat, same with any other natural movement skill set. That they're jumping very specifically so that they avoid these injuries. Not to say that they don't occur, because I mean, at some point, I think with a lot of the more extreme stuff, you are putting yourself at risk of injury. But the way it sounds like he jumped, his skill set is different. He does bodybuilding stuff. I think had he been training more natural movement, some of that stuff, I think it would have helped a little bit, just based off what I'm hearing, how he jumped. I'm hoping that when he starts to come back too, he will be showing more videos on the recovery side of things. I'm assuming he's going to be doing a lot of soft tissue work, if he doesn't already, which I haven't really seen him talk about that at all. It really is just more bodybuilding style of exercising. But I'm hoping he's going to be talking about the recovery side with soft tissue work that he's going to need to do with that. I do hope he eventually at least considers doing some natural movement stuff to get back into the game, because it is going to be quite a strenuous process with trying to rehab that leg after surgery. I'm a medical exercise professional as well, so I know, at least on the maintenance of that, it is going to be a while. I mean, he's going to spend basically this whole year dedicating to bringing that quad back up, and the muscle atrophying, because he won't be able to use it as much, might be a problem for the first 3 to 6 months for him. And after he gets cleared and all that, and I know he will, he'll be back up on his feet, so to speak, and he'll be able to squat and do all those other things a little bit. But like I said, I hope he does consider some of the natural movement stuff, medical exercise stuff. There's just a lot of different modalities out there right now that could benefit his situation, and not only just sticking with the bodybuilding style or the strength training style of working out. So hopefully he posts more videos on that also. If you guys have any questions, any comments, I'd love to hear them. I'm curious to see what kind of the gym army thinks about all of this right now. Like I said, I mean, this guy is going to bounce back this year for sure. And he has enough content. He's not going to let this deter him from putting out tons of great information on his products, which are still some of the best in the industry, in the supplement industry, in my opinion. So I want to hear from you guys, what you guys think and all of that. So, and I'll probably do another update video at some point when I hear more and more about what's going on. Definitely check him out on Facebook and Instagram. Like I said, he's been pumping out information and letting everybody know what's going on with this. So if you like what you've seen, hit the subscribe button, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.